So my brother-in-law got a hold of me last night and was saying that they had some chickens that his cousin was wanting to get rid of. We got 5 new chickens tonight. They're about 5 months old. I'm not sure exactly what breed they are. So I think he said these smaller ones here are some kind of guinea hen, I think is what he called them. And these bigger ones, I'm not sure what breed they are. That's what I've been doing this evening, just spreading some more sawdust for them, getting my heat lamp going again, getting their nesting boxes ready. There we go. So I'm just gonna leave them in the coop tonight, and then tomorrow morning before I go to work, I'll let them out into this run here. I got everything wired pretty tight. I'm hoping after I kind of reinforced everything that we won't have any more raccoon problems, but we'll see. Because I got their food and some more water out here, and I sprinkled a little bit of food in there for them for tonight, and see what happens with them. Hopefully we'll start getting some eggs here before too long. I'm kind of interested to see what these guinea hens do, what kind of eggs they lay. So should be fun. Hello everyone. Winter's finally starting to think about showing up this year. Almost the middle of December, and this is all the snow we've got so far. And this just came the last couple days. I guess nothing too much is going on today. Me and my wife just got back from a funeral, and all I really got to do today is I went and picked up these mineral tubs last night on my way home from work. So I need to go drop 4 of them off over here at our place, and the other 4 go down to Randall's, and then just need to check on our chickens, see how they're doing. We've had them for a couple nights now, and just check on them, make sure they got plenty of food and water for the next day or so. And yeah, like I said, nothing really too much. If we keep getting some snow, we're gonna have to start thinking about bringing our cows up. If you can see, so here's our cows right here. They've been down there a good 3.5 weeks now, I'd say. So we've gotten really lucky so far about not having to feed yet this winter. We considered a good year if we don't have to feed before Thanksgiving, and like I said, we're in the middle of December and we still haven't had to feed, so it's been a great year for that. So yeah, I guess we'll start up the Dodge and get heading over to the machine shed and down to Randall's. Forgot to plug it in last night. Started up all right. Hyper, you ready to go? Come on, let's go. Load up. Where's Issa? Huh? Where's Issa? Oh yeah. Ready to go? Yeah, Issa, my black, this border collie dog here. She's not that old, but she's starting to get a bad back leg. You can kind of see she's kind of favors it a little bit. So I'm just trying to take it easy on her when I can. Pick her up and then pick her off of things, just to keep from jumping so much. Chickens seem to be doing pretty good. Got their water here. So this is like a heated water tank to keep it from freezing. I got their food under here. And I guess we got a little rooster in the bunch. That one right there. I don't know what the breeds of those little ones are. I'm not sure, but they're quite a bit smaller than these bigger chickens. They seem pretty content and happy. They were back up in their coop last night, so they're learning to go back up in there just fine. So that's good. We'll try to keep this bunch alive. So this is our beef feed. This is what we feed to our beef when we're finishing them. So we'll feed our beef that are going to butcher 3 or 4 cans of this a day, plus however much alfalfa and hay they want to eat. And we'll feed them this grain mix for the last about 3 months of their life. Last 90 to 120 days. Let's get them nice and fat and marbled. So it's got corn, barley, I think there's oats in there. We just get it up there from our local feed store in Thane. I'll give you a closer look at it once I get it dumped in here. So this is what it is right here. So like I said, I think this is, rolled corn, And you got your oats and barley, I think, and you got alfalfa pellets. These green ones are alfalfa pellets. Like I said, this comes from the feed store up there in Thane. So the cows, the beef seem to like it. So we got 2 beefs in here we're feeding. They're going to butcher here in January, so about a month. So this guy right here, and then this one back here. That's that wild one I was telling you about the other day. He won't come close if I'm here, but this other one's pretty friendly. Smaller calf right here. We're just weaning him from his mom. He's just been hanging out with the beefs for the last week or so. And once we bring the cows back up off the river, we'll send him back down there with my bunch of cows and he'll winter down there. Yeah, then like I said, we got the alfalfa and whatnot that they can just eat on all day as they like, and then just supplement them with a grain mix here. Get them nice and fat and tasty. My buddy, this dog here, Piper, she's always trying to bite their noses. Let's get our beef fed and head down to Randall's and drop off our mineral tubs. Piper, thank you. Leave him alone. Like I said, that one's pretty skittish for some reason. I don't know what his deal is. I think after feeding him for so long, they'd a little bit more tame, but he hasn't really. I'm actually gonna hop in there too and put that no bloat right there back in the yellow tub. So that no bloat just helps these cows, from bloating, from eating too, potent or hot a feed. They can bloat if they eat like really potent alfalfa bales, and I've heard that this grain can make them bloat too. So I just keep that no bloat in there for them, just better safe than sorry, Piper, you stay out. Something else I need to do, I'm thinking about it, is we got a new water heater for our water tank out there where them beefs are. So we need to put that water heater in just to keep the water from freezing. I mean, it's probably not quite cold enough yet to freeze that, but I mean, it's been getting in the teens. It's been warming up enough to keep it open during the day. So I need to get this water heater put in. We had one out there before, but our bulls got their head stuck in the gate the other day and ripped all the wires and stuff out. So we got a new one we got to put in there. See how this one works. We found this in DI in Salt Lake, so see if it works or not. So it looks like I'm a couple days late getting to this job. The trough's frozen. It's not frozen solid, but there's a top layer here. It's got maybe an inch or so of ice, but then down here the water's still there. And I see our cows, our beef's left us a nice present to work around. That seems to happen to me quite a bit. I'll keep on putting off a job because I'm so busy doing other things and keep saying, oh, I'll get to that one later. So if I would have just came out here when I thought about it, and it would have took me 5 minutes to put this water heater in, but now this job just turned in, went from a 5-minute job to probably, 30-minute job by the time I chip this all out and get it cleaned up. Yeah, that's my fault. So yeah, there's another lesson for me. You shouldn't procrastinate. Like I said, we're gonna have to chip all this ice out and get our float free. So how this works, this is just about like your toilet is. So there's a well right here, and there's a pump down in the well, and there's this float right here. So this float, it'll float on top of the water. So when your water level drops, that float will drop, and it kicks on this switch right here. This is just an electrical switch. So when this float, pulls down on this switch here and triggers that, it turns the pump on in the well, and pumps water out through this pipe here. As your water rises, the float will rise with it, and the bottom of that coupler here will push up on that switch, and it'll shut your well off. That's how this water trough works. So it's always worked pretty good for us. You just got to keep an eye on that float sometimes, because sometimes them cows will get in there and get it off kilter. It won't run up and down as well. I guess we'll try and get our poop cleaned up first, so we have to get all over the water. Thanks, buddy. Nice and fresh one. That was warm poop. It melted through the ice a little ways. So this was our old water heater I was telling you about. So you can see what happened is, so we had a feed panel on the one side, and we just had that wire tied to that feed panel, and a bull came in here, got its head stuck in there, and it ripped the whole panel off. And when it did, it shredded our wires, and I think it shorted out our heater. So we got to replace this one. And I know there's one down in the bottom that doesn't work anymore either. There's the broken one. Like I said, there's another one in here. It doesn't work either. Be careful not to bust my float either. Oh, see. Show you guys real quick how this water trough works. And this float acts just like your float in the back of your toilet. So what it does is, as the cows come in here and drink all this water, and the water level drops, this float will go down with the water level, like so. So once it goes so low, it'll drop and it'll kick this switch on, this electric switch, and that powers the well, the pump that's inside the well, and that pumps the water out. So then as it pumps the water out, the water level will rise. With the water level rising, your float will rise also. And when it rises, it'll rise enough to kick your switch back off, and your water stops. Yeah, that's how that works. Pretty simple. All we need to do now is just put our water heater in here, make sure it's working. What do you think you're doing? Huh? So I was wrong, actually. This other float that was submerged, it actually works. I plugged it in and it's getting hot. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw that back in the water so we don't burn it up. Down she goes. And we'll just try our new one there. Misty said you needed to be in more videos.
Who?
Misty.
No, I don't.
Yeah, she said I need to get my dad in some videos.
When did she tell you that?
Just yesterday or this morning. It works. We probably just use the one like you said. Well, I just don't know if the other one's kind of temperamental. Hate to have to come out here and chip this out again, especially when it gets 20 below.
You ever what I have to put up with?
That rooster.
God, and hearing through my window. See a dog by the calf's nose, he might turn into PETA.
It might. There you have it. You got this water trough already. Yeah, one of these years, this is on my to-do list, is replace all this stuff. It's such a patched together part of the corral here that I'd love to come back through and put in a pipe fence through here. My to-do list gets longer and longer all the time, and things just get pushed back. But I'd love to put a nice pipe fence through here and kind of make this a little bit better, how it just works smoother. This is done. Let's go get those mineral tubs thrown off the truck and get ready to call it a night. Isa. Got two of the tubs thrown off. Randall's cows come. I'm gonna start licking on this stuff, sure enough. Dad decided to help me drive the truck today. We did those four the easy way. So I'm finally ready to call it a night. We got our mineral tubs unloaded. We had a couple projects that got us sidetracked there for a minute, so a little bit later getting done. That's usually what happens. So yeah, we're done for the night. I'm gonna head home and hopefully see Alice before he goes to bed and hang out with my wife. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later.